So some results, and which are actually pretty interesting. So what did I measure now? Assuming the data we got in the previous video, right? We can say that like, let's talk about the trending up market for us, right? So for example, when the DMIs crossed and stayed, the DMI plus stayed above the DMI minus for around, I don't know, say 13 bars, we assume that the market moved somewhere, right? And we want to know, where did it actually move if it stayed for 13 bars right there, right? And the measurements show that on average, the price moved up for that kind of scenario 4.18%. That's during 13 bars, and you can see what it did for 4, 8, and 17 bars as well. And attention, that doesn't mean, so this is only for the cases where it actually stayed there for 13 bars. So this doesn't include the ones that exited flipped over after 4, right? So these guys, they don't go here, right? Okay, so during the 4 bars, this is what could have happened, right? But anyway, but this has a good figure which actually tells you also where to place your stops, right? So if you want to make sure it actually gets there, max drop down price was around 6%, right? So if you place your stops anywhere below that, you might as well not get there, right? Okay, so, and you can see that the maximum that happened during the 13 bars was actually somewhere around 9%. Okay, so that's how much you can see from this data, and this is for the shorts, right? For trending down, you can see for 13 bars, it's a bit less. Yeah, we can see that the market is actually, well, the stops are actually a bit higher, and the market is less likely to trend down than it to trend up. You can see it's growing faster than it's falling. Might fall faster, larger. Well, anyway, so you can see that this data is showing some interesting stuff, and a lot of interesting thoughts might come up after this, right? So we're probably going to start after this. Yeah, well, it's quite well, we can assume that we can write a strategy which might look something like this, right? So let's go. So I would probably, like, the most appropriate thought that comes up into the mind after seeing this info is that, why don't we just write a strategy where we like, here's the DMI plus, well, let's not do it. Okay, so here's the DMI plus going up, here's the DMI minus going down. So we kind of enter the market right here, right? And why don't we just quit it in 13 bars? Yeah, 13 bars, we'll just wait, and we place a stop at, I don't know, 6%. Okay, let's see how many of the max move ups we're gonna get, right? So, but we don't actually we don't want to exit, yeah, at 13 bars every time. We also want to place a profit at somewhere around 8%. Yeah, so this is going to be our stop loss, and we're going to have a take profit at 8%. Let's make it green. Yeah, so that makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, if we look at the data, yeah, we can see 13 bars we wait. So if we lose, we lose 6%. If we win, we might win even something like 8. The minimum that we might win is, in this case, is around 2%, and the average is like 4. Okay, that suits me. So, well, why don't we just go for it and see what that gives us, right? So, might work, might not. See, we also don't know how many times. I might add that, actually, also add that in the research, is how many actual values. So how many times did it happen? So that it mostly happened 13, 17, maybe they were like, it's very not non-recent. But anyway, so this data, this kind of data is what happens before you actually start building a system, right? So you want to get a feel of the market and us and your ideas. How do they actually fit into the market? All right. So I will be exploring the next video either with the system or with some more research.